So we're following along the story of the Lord, the children of Israel, escaping Egypt, being led by Moses through the wilderness. And in a few weeks of stories, we've covered 40 years. So the Lord gave Moses to write what we call the 5 books of Moses. And after the end of the book of Deuteronomy, Moses is being left in the Holy Land, or in the wilderness, to look over the Holy Land, and now Joshua has been given charge by the Lord. So we're reading from the book of Joshua, the first chapter, verses 1 to 9. After the death of Moses, the servant of the Lord, it came to pass that the Lord spoke to Joshua, "Moses, my servant, is dead. Now therefore arise, go over this Jordan, you and all this people, to the land which I am giving them, to the children of Israel. Every place that the sole of your foot shall tread, I have given it to you, as I said to Moses. From the wilderness, and thus from Lebanon to the great river, the Euphrates, the land of the Hittites, towards the great sea. No man shall be able to stand before you all the days of your life. As I was with Moses, so I will be with you. I will not leave you or forsake you. Be strong and of good courage. For this people you shall divide as an inheritance the land, as I swore to your fathers that I would give it to them. Only be strong and be very courageous, that you may observe to do all according to the law which I gave to Moses. My servant always commanded him, and I also command you, do not turn from it to the right hand or to the left, that you may prosper wherever you go." Amen. The Lord had to give a strong message to Joshua, and he had to present the message in such a way that the people would also say, "We've lost Moses, but we have Joshua." Moses was a powerful leader. He is said to have gone up to the mountain and spoken to the Lord face to face, or man to man. He came back and his face was glowing from his communion, his connection with the Lord, powerful. And he came back and he gave the law of the 10 Commandments. And the 5 books of Moses, what we talk about, Genesis and Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, these books contain laws and statutes that would keep the children of Israel in order to be followers of the Lord. When they left the wilderness and came into the Holy Land, and now, in this story, this is what's taking place. Be strong and of good courage. What is it to be really strong? Behind me I have a rock. I'm going to pick it up, and it'll show you just how strong I am. That's not the point of me having a rock. I brought this rock in because when Joshua was commanded to cross over the Jordan, it said the priests carrying the ark, as soon as they put their foot in the water stopped. And then they were told to take 12 stones. I didn't bring 12, I just brought one to illustrate. To take 12 stones from the middle of the riverbed and to take it to the first place where they spent the night. To set up those stones as a reminder of what had happened. And also they were to take 12 stones, and in the river bank, in the riverbed, in the middle of the river, they were to set up another memorial, a set of stones. While the people were passing over, they set up these 12 stones. I often wonder, are they still there today? Because as soon as the children of Israel crossed over the Jordan riverbed, the dry bed that was stopped like the Red Sea was stopped so they could pass through, then the waters came back down and covered over the rocks that were in the middle of the river. Are they still there today? But the Lord has commanded Moses, be strong and of good courage. Now, carrying rocks, it'll make you strong if you do it enough, and you've got to be strong to keep doing it. But that's not the strength, just the strength that the Lord was talking about. There is a strength that we need in order to keep the commandments that the rocks represent, to keep the commandments that the rocks are a reminder of. Be strong and of good courage. The kind of strength and courage that we need to have means that we have to look around at what's going on and say, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be strong and not do those things that I want to do so badly. The children of Israel, when they came out of Egypt, they had some weaknesses. We all have weaknesses. They kept saying, why can't we go back to Egypt where we could be slaves and people would take care of us and they would feed us? We had to work, yeah, but somebody took care of us. And now we're out in the wilderness. We don't have any houses. We have to camp out at night, and we're always moving around, and they complained a lot. Now, you never do that, right? Actually, we all complain, don't we? We're not always happy with everything. The strength that is built up, the strength that the children of Israel came to represent when they got to the Jordan, was the strength of stopping complaining, stopping being bitter about the things that they had to leave behind. And they crossed over the Jordan River. And the Lord said, set up these stones to remind you that I've taken care of you all the way up to now, and I'll continue to take care of you. Do not turn to the left or to the right. Don't think there's something else better. Follow the pathway that I've given you. Be strong. Be courageous. Believe that if I've taken care of you before, I'm going to take care of you again. Now, did the children of Israel stop complaining once they got into the Holy Land? Oh, no. Oh, no. And even us in our spiritual journey as we grow up, we should be stopping to complaining the kind of complaints we had when we were a 2-year-old or a 4-year-old, or maybe you're a 4-year-old and you're already knowing you should stop complaining. But we should be growing up and learning how to accept things that we're given and be led by the Lord the way He leads us, and to be led by our parents and our teachers. Be strong and be courageous. Remember, the Lord's taking care of you. That's what the Lord wanted to tell Joshua. Tell the people, I'm taking care of them. Set up these stones to remind them, whenever they come to the Jordan, whenever they're close to this area, look at these stones and know the Lord took care of the children of Israel for 40 weeks and then on the rest of their lives. Be courageous and say, I'm going to follow the Lord. I'm not going to do just what anybody else or everybody else might be doing. I need to do what the Lord tells me to do. I need to follow Him. Be strong and of good courage. Do not be afraid or dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Don't turn to the left or to the right. Follow the pathway the Lord sets before you. Amen.